Hi guys, this is Stuti Gogia. In case you are listening this voice for the very first time, you can go check out my social media handles. And this is season 3 of Stuti Speaks. And to the context of listeners, this is the second time we are recording this podcast. The first time some glitch happened, but I still wanted to tell you guys about all these things which happened during the recordings. So I hope and fingers crossed, Sahib, that this goes well this time. Um, so
Yes.
I would start with the introduction. And today we have Sai with me, and he's a very special guest. So how I know Sahib, I think most many people know Sahib because he was part of In Real Love from Netflix, and he was there in one of the contestants in the reality. I mean, that was not a competition though, but yeah, he was one of the people in that show. And one of the things which I liked about him was he was very calm and very peaceful, especially in the last episode when there were too many things happening. He was like very poised, calm, doing his thing, and that was the vibe which attracted me to talk to you. I found you on Instagram, then that's how I messaged you, and then I came to know that we have a common mentor too. So that's how I approached him, and I'm sure that this is going to be a great conversation between us, and this will be as fresh as it happened for the first time too. So over to you, Sahib. You can give a bit of your intro. We can take your journey from there, and then we'll talk more.
Sure. So thank you so much, Tuti, for having me on for this podcast. And yes, it's the second time we're recording. I really enjoyed it the first time as well. So I'm looking forward to this. And also, thank you for watching the show. It means a lot. And I also want to thank everyone else who's seen it. It was a really amazing time for me. A little bit about me. I am born, brought up in Mumbai. I've done my schooling here, all my education here. I'm an engineer and MBA. And after that, I worked in the corporate space for some time, in the corporate marketing space. And all of that was amazing. And at the end of that, I just thought that maybe I need to do something of my own. It was my childhood um, dream to probably try acting and face the camera. So I quit my job and I decided to take this up. And yeah, so since then the journey has been pretty interesting. It's had its ups and downs, but I've learned through everything. And so eventually along that journey is when IRL came to me. And yes, it was an amazing 1.5 month of shoot. And yes, I like how things have come through after that.
That's great. So, matlab, how was how was that period of transition from corporate job to being an actor? And did you give any auditions for IRL, and how that opportunity came in? I'm sure that I know there were some good karmas from your side. You that got attracted that opportunity for sure. But yeah, take the listeners to that way as well. Like, how was transition and how did you got the opportunity?
So the transition wasn't very easy because I remember when I quit, it was at the end of 2019, literally at the start of 2020. And after being in the corporate space for so long, to quit, and I would say acting is one thing, but even doing anything of your own is very challenging. So I like to give a shout out to everyone who's tried that out. And it was really hard because actually doing a corporate job is a luxury way because you're taken care of and it's more secure. So this was a more uncertain and a little bit more a life where you don't know what's going to happen next. And somehow I realized that I like that in my life. I like to live without knowing the result of every single thing that's going to happen, and I just like to explore and enjoy the journey. So initially starting off being very tough, but then obviously COVID came through, and that was a time where I in a way missed my job because everything paused. But yes, the people who had jobs, a lot of them were secure. Of course, unfortunately, a lot of people lost jobs too. But for me, instead of looking at it from a negative perspective, I just took it in a positive way, and I did a lot of self work. I explored my the spiritual aspects of my life. I read a lot. I studied a lot. I watched a lot of good content. I did some self work. I was there for people. I was supporting people, so it felt good. It was a good time for me. And then after that is when I did a small part in another Netflix show called Eternally Confused and Ego for Love. And post that is where I got a call from someone, and that person was just like, we have a reality show coming up, and this is on a very one of the best platforms on TV. And would you be interested? So then I found out more details, and then I got to know that there's this show coming on Netflix. So I was like, why not? So I just gave it a thought, and I just started the selection process. And I love the process because it was like very basic, very normal questions about me. They wanted to know who I am as a person, a little bit about my dating life, just all these things. So I enjoyed the process, and eventually, a few months down the line, I got to know that they liked my personality and they found it fit for this particular show. And I decided to go ahead with it. I took the plunge. I took the risk of doing something very out of my comfort zone, and I have to say I really enjoyed it.
Hmm. Amazing. Thanks for telling your experience. Now let's come to the whole IRL journey, like when you were into it. So for people's context, like there were online and offline dating game, like people there were in-person meetings, and then there were people who were met on the dating app. That was the scenario. People can watch it if you have not watching that. I mean, if you have not watched that yet. So how was your whole experience while shooting with the people, and especially with Ranvijay and people like Ranvijay and Gohar? So I mean, these are legends, people and long time in industry. So how was that experience, and how was having those like people around talking to them? How was that journey?
So I am in general someone who loves, new experiences and meeting a lot of new people. And because of that, I think throughout my journey, I had a really good time. I made
Hmm.
some very, very amazing friends. I got to know a few people from the dating aspect as well. Of course, like for the people who don't know, it's a spoiler, but it didn't really work out for me on the show.
Hmm.
But I had a great time. I was there from the start to the end. Because of that, I got to meet so many amazing personalities, of course Ranvijay and Gohar as well. They were really kind, and I really had this bond with them as well. They just got me, and I made some really close friends like Dhruv and Pratham and Vidushi, and these
Hmm.
people are the ones who are still there in my life, and we're really close. And of course, the makers of the show and people who are behind the screen, like Rajiv, Raghu, Yamini, these people are were really kind, and they put a lot of hard work and effort, and I can see that that's come through in the
Hmm.
best way possible.
Great. I still remember one of your scenes. I'm not sure if you remember it. Agra wala scene tha, huh? And there was Parth and Sakshi and you. So the vibe, like, वो दोनों कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, you were like so calm and cool. हाँ ठीक है, मतलब it was वो वाला scene भी I was like was that scene is still in my mind. Obviously आपने पूरा देखा होता है तो कुछ ना कुछ that stuck you, and that scene also was in my mind like till now. So that you were so calm and so poised, as I said in the beginning. So that's like amazing journey till now. So I mean, are you still planning to go forward with your, I mean, these everything in this career only? ऐसा तो नहीं है that you want to go back to the job or anything, you would want to pursue in this line only?
So I would love to pursue an acting career, and I'm on it. I've been auditioning a lot. I've been testing a lot. I've got some
Hmm.
opportunities coming my way very soon.
Hmm.
However, if in the time being, there's a lot of time that we actors get. So apart
Hmm.
from working on ourselves, we also need to sort of survive and thrive and make some money. So if different
True.
things like events or some part-time jobs or all these things come my way, I would be very happy to do that, because I feel
Hmm.
like when we try different things in life is when we learn different aspects about ourselves,
So
and I'm
true.
very
So
happy to take those things also up. And yes,
hmm.
of course, I'm sure, I have no doubt that things in this acting career are going to work out, is all going to click,
Hmm.
and I'm going to take the right action towards that. Even I
Hmm.
have some self work to do, of course, and a lot of
Hmm.
skill to develop. So I'm
Hmm.
on it, and I know that will come my way as well. And in the
Hmm.
meanwhile, if the different things come my way, like different opportunities and different spaces, and I get a chance to discover different apps, I'm happy to do that.
Hmm. I think you are currently also doing some event management with some clubs and all that. That is also something you are doing right away. I see your stories.
Yeah, so I do a bit of I do promotions. I'm a promoter at a few places, and I also do bar consulting.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Wow,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
That's great. So, as I was talking about Buddhism a bit, and we have some kind of similar background related to that. So, how was that I mean, how was your spiritual journey, which helped you throughout? Like, do you have some learnings to share from your spiritual journey, or maybe some life lesson which you learned via your journey, or maybe life journey overall?
Yeah. So I think it was a turning point in my life when I encountered Buddhism, and like it was very special to me. And the philosophies made me a way more stronger, more secure, a person who can give a lot more to others and be there for them.
Hmm.
And I think the most important thing that I've learned from Buddhism
Hmm.
is always choose faith over fear. And there's
Wow.
no room for both these things, because a lot of decisions which we make in life, ultimately, if you dig very, very deep into it,
Hmm.
even if you call it sometimes care for someone, ultimately it's coming from a space of fear. So I
Hmm.
always say this, and when I study, I try to get these points out that always choose faith over fear, and at no point is there room for both of them. It's either one. So
Hmm.
whenever you're confused and whenever you're coming from a space where you're worried or you're scared or
Hmm.
you don't know the outcome and you can't and it's anxious, that's coming from a space of fear. So
Hmm.
don't choose that out. Don't make a decision from that space. Come from a
Hmm.
space of faith where you know that you know
Things are
what
working
what
out.
your gut feeling is, what you are feeling, it's all gonna work out. With
Hmm.
its own time, it will fall into place.
Hmm. Amazing, amazing. Because yeah, लेकिन ये ना human journey है, so sometimes fear can pop up, but you can every time go back to faith. Like if you're feeling
100%.
anxious, you can go back to faith, right?
Faith
That's
always
what you're saying.
defeats fear. So when the minute we get our minds back to that and are aware of a situation, it's good to go back to it. And yeah, I think it's important for all people, if it's
Hmm.
possible, path. It could be anything. It could be
Hmm.
chanting. It could be Buddhism. It could be like just breathing. It could be Om. It could be anything. It
Hmm.
could be yoga. I don't know. It
Yeah.
could be any path. It could be
True.
believing in someone else. But
True.
they need to have some aspect of their life which helps them do the inner work, because we always see
Hmm.
outer experience, we see the body, but there's also the mind, and the work on the mind happens through our spiritual workout. So whatever it could be, I would like really feel
Hmm.
like everyone should do this, something or
Yeah,
the other. Yeah.
yeah, amazing thing you said, because spiritual workout is equally important. And what you use the word inner work, it's actually people are now in process of understanding what is the inner work. It's not always outside. It's most of the things are inside
Yeah.
only,
Yeah.
because it came in from our inner child issues or traumas or could be in our experiences of life. So yeah, also like I want to touch a part where you did a corporate job, right, for a time. So do you think that jobs like these, or maybe your engineering or MBA experience, obviously people say आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा है कि अपना passion follow करो ये करो, but I do feel that these kinds of jobs help in working towards your passion even more. यानी वो कहीं ना कहीं आपको prepare कर रही होती है to for your passion. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I totally feel the same, because back in the day, I would feel that I wasted my time during like doing engineering. I wasted my time with my MBA. But
Hmm.
now when I look back,
Hmm.
it all adds up, because all these experiences, everything that we've been through, our entire journey has made us who we are today.
True.
It's made us understand different people. It's made us interact with so many people. And it's made us who we are. And that's why there's no experience or there's no time that's actually gone waste. So I
True.
totally agree with you that wherever you are right now, it's a result of your all the work that you put in the past years with everything that you've done.
So
And
true.
I feel like in general, change is the only constant. So the human mind can always change, and there's no harm. Like if somebody is judging you that, oh, you did this and that and now you're doing this, so what? It's your life.
Yeah.
You can do exactly what you want whenever you want.
Yeah, and there is not late or early also. Like if somebody wants to do it like at the later stages
Yeah.
also, I think they should be okay with that.
I think time and age
Oh.
is a thought created by society, and it's a
Hmm.
very massive delusion that, oh, by this age you have to do this, by this age you have to do this. It's just what people have seen all their lives, and that's how they feel like, oh, just because I've seen this happen, this is what I have to do. And I feel
Hmm.
like human beings, when they do explore, when they look within, when they dig deep, They
Hmm.
realize that they need to overcome this delusion and
Hmm.
live a life which makes them happy, instead of
That is.
wondering and worrying about what the whole world will think of them, who will judge them that at this age this is the situation, or they're not doing this or they're doing that. You be yourself. You have your own mission in your life. You live your life to the fullest in the truest form. You don't need to be someone else. So there's no need to compare and there's no need to want to be like someone else.
बिकॉज दो लोगों की फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो टाइमलाइन मैच नहीं कर सकती फॉर डूइंग थिंग्स इट कुड बी डिफर फॉर पीपल सो देयर इज नो पॉइंट और प्लस देयर इज नो पॉइंट एज लाइक वो देयर इज वो भी है ना ये जवानी है दीवानी में कि कोई फिट नहीं है ना कि 25 में ये करना 30 में ये करना फिर उसके बाद ये करना है आई मीन इट शुड बी योर पर्सनल चॉइस वट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू डू यू शुड डू दैट्स
Absolutely.
एन अमेजिंग थिंग दैट्स एन
Yeah.
अमेजिंग थिंग now coming back to थोड़ा सा आयरल again so I know like as I talked about Buddhism and mentorship I'm sure you must have created many humanistic bonds while you were there so I was like share like one two experiences where you felt like yeah I mean these are the few true bonds I got from the part of this show I know you mentioned few names Parth Dhruv Vidoshi I know they are your friends but yeah how was those bonds overall how was your journey with that thing
So, because I was chanting whenever I had free time during the show and I was reading my
अच्छा वहां
NHR.
पे भी you were chanting वहां
Yeah, I
पे
was
भी
chanting. Whenever I had time, I
amazing
was free before a part of the shoot or something. I would always chant, or I would do my gongyo, I would read my NHR, I would go through
wow
Sensei's guidance. Yeah, I would always do that. That kept me going. And there were a lot of situations where people were like confused, or they were really affected, or they were feeling low. And because of my practice, I could lift them up. And there's nothing more
wow
special than that for me. So no matter what went wrong with everyone, because my life condition and my life force was high, instead of making the situation worse for them, I would always try to make it better and give them hope.
hmm
And I think because of that, my
hmm
bonds with everyone became even stronger. And that because me and Dhruv started the journey from start to finish, we were together. I think
hmm
with him, the level of our brotherhood and the love and the care,
hmm
I think that kept us super strong throughout the show. So as much as
hmm
I feel like I really want to thank all of these people for being there for me also on the show, and and doing the best that they could to make me also happy. So I feel like we
hmm
all have no nothing happens one sided. We all have to coexist, and it happened. This all played out very beautifully throughout the show. Every single one, even Sakshi, Ananya, everyone, everyone.
hmm
It was good.
Right, right. I agree. हाँ, Sakshi and Anya too. But the point is like, एक high. I mean, you can sense that high vibration. Like your aura was saying the same. I mean, I personally felt it. I'm not sure who all felt it, but I did. And like, I mean, it was not like I knew you before the show, right? I also got to know, but that was different, and that was something. And when I searched, obviously, then I got it. That why was it different? I can now sense it. Why was it slightly different? But yeah, amazing. And coexistence is very important part. I'm not saying that obviously others were not, but yeah, that's how we lift each other up, and that's how we coexist, so which is
Absolutely.
amazing. So now coming to के वैसे हमने plans की बात कर लिया but is there something that you want to share and I think last time also one thing we talked जो कि end में towards we talked कि do you think that there is a difference when you are living in a city like Mumbai you get more opportunity as compared to people who are living in Delhi maybe or Delhi is still better for I mean still now there are things coming up for actors but yeah in the cities which are even tier 2 or tier 3 do you think that advantages are there for being someone from Mumbai
I think there's a slight edge for people in Mumbai, but now because of the way things are moving forward,
hmm.
and more than like in-person auditions, we have self-tests that are going like that are happening more often, and because of that, it gives a chance to everyone who's remote, no matter where they are, to
Hmm.
work and to reach out
Hmm.
and to sort of give their auditions over
Hmm.
a over like from wherever they are, and because of that, that's leveling out the playing field. So I feel like
Hmm.
while yeah, you can meet more people when you're in Mumbai and you can interact in person with them.
Hmm.
If you stay persistent and you share a profile with everyone, if you don't take a back seat and wait, no
Hmm.
matter where you are, things will work out for you.
Work
You
out
just
for you
have to keep at it, work
hmm.
on yourself, and reach people out, share your profile, and just keep strong and don't feel bad in rejection, because no matter it doesn't matter whether you're in Mumbai, whether you're in New York, whether you're in London, no matter where you are, when you face
Hmm.
rejection, you have to hold yourself together because it
Hmm.
happens everywhere.
Hmm.
That's it.
Amazing.
And I feel like casting directors now, they
Hmm.
are doing such a good job. They are
Hmm.
even traveling across the country, I feel like, to meet new people, to give them a
Acha.
chance. Because the kind of content that's being created is very
Hmm.
real now. People are going to
Hmm.
consume content where they can believe it, where it's very real.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
because of that, there's a chance for everyone everywhere.
Hmm.
Because every show we watch is not based on Mumbai, it's based on everywhere.
Hmm.
So there's a chance for everyone to be a part of
Hmm.
this.
ये बहुत ही अच्छी बात बोली आपने एंड मैंने दो लोगों का सुना है आई एम नॉट मच बट पंचमनी एंड मुकेश छाबड़ा आई हर्ड दोस फ्यू ऑफ द इंटरव्यूज एंड पॉडकास्ट and they were telling the similar thing that you are telling, so I think yeah, things are changing very
Absolutely.
fast. So
Yeah.
and पंचमनी ने तो I think एक podcast में इतना भी बोल दिया था कि whosoever I see के where will this person fit in. It's not about now an actor also. Sometimes you meet a doctor, right? And you know he knows his job well, and he can be fitting in something where I want someone who is a doctor. So that's how things are changing.
Absolutely. That's how they're thinking. And
Huh.
Panchmi told me the same thing. And I've always been learning from all of these people, Panchmi, Mukesh.
Mukesh,
And
yeah.
Panchmi
Hmm.
has actually been one of the people who've
Hmm.
seen me since I'm a kid. She's a very close
Acha.
friend. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I am fortunate to get with a lot of casting directors. A lot of them are close to me, even Kavish,
Hmm.
a few of them. So I get a lot of insight of how to do the right work
Hmm.
from them, which I'm very fortunate for.
अच्छा
Yeah.
आपने बीच में एक वर्ड यूज किया था सेल्फ टेस्ट व्हाट डज दैट मीन आई मीन थोड़ा सा समझा दो
Self-test basically means traditionally back in the day, we would actors would go to the casting director's office, and they
Hmm.
would shoot your audition for you and give your cues. Now,
अच्छा
self-test is where wherever you are from your house, you
Hmm.
keep your phone, and on your phone you record your audition. If you need
Okay.
a co-actor, you ask someone for help, and you
Hmm.
record your audition yourself. You take your own time with it, prepare for it, and
Okay.
just upload it on YouTube, or just take the video if it's a short one and send it to them. It's like that.
Okay. So
Then they
basically,
see
खुद
it,
ही
they
whatever
judge
you
it.
are recording is called self test. When you are auditioning by your own, you
Yeah,
need not. वो भी I think COVID के बाद ही culture change हुआ है क्योंकि
because
अब
of that.
कोई जा ही नहीं सकते थे लोग. So everything
Absolutely.
was happening online only. I think that is a very good change which happened in industry for
For
people.
sure.
मतलब उससे ये भी एक competition भी बढ़ा है, but anyways like easy भी हुआ है कुछ लोगों के लिए,
No,
right?
it's good.
हाँ,
Competition it can
is
be
good.
very healthy.
Yeah,
It's
true.
healthy because there are more people trying, there are more people getting chances.
Hmm.
It's making everyone work a little harder. It's making us work on our skill. It's
Hmm.
great, and there's a lot of content being created anyway. So I think it's a golden period for us.
Hmm. I'm sure there's a lot coming for you too. वैसे तो मतलब I don't have any question as such now coming to mind. तो आप कुछ भी बता दो कुछ भी अच्छा सा if you feel like sharing something or if you have something in your mind which you want to share as per your experience. I mean I'll be happy to know your thoughts and views.
I mean, I just want to share that, like, I feel like we all need to embrace change and uncertainty happily and not
Hmm.
worry so much about things that are not in our control.
Hmm.
Because a lot of things that are not in our controls often disturbs our peace. And the minute we
Hmm.
realize that, as long as we do our best and
Hmm.
focus on the present moment, because the present moment is the most important one, it's what's
Hmm.
going to define everything. Don't
Hmm.
fret over lost opportunities. Don't worry about the future. Give your
Hmm.
best in the present moment. Take care
Hmm.
of yourself. Be good to
Hmm.
people around you. Be a kind person. Treat everyone
Hmm.
equally with dignity. And
Hmm.
that's how you live your best life. I feel like that's
Hmm.
all I would like to say.
And yeah, I think you remembered when we were recording. तो आपने पिछली बार भी बोला था you treat everyone equally. It's not like कि कोई you are not going on the social status wise, and that's
No.
the most important thing. Being
Yeah.
kind to everyone who is there around. Acha, when you were saying this thing, something thing came to my mind. So, is there any particular movie which you feel or any particular actor जिसको you feel like कि मैंने इसे देखा and my life was like I want to be an actor or I want to do movies. Something like this is there in your mind? ऐसा कुछ कभी हुआ था क्या?
So, I mean, I've been very inspired by a lot of actors.
Hmm.
Um, like even from Hollywood, I think when I hear Denzel Washington, Jim
Hmm.
Carrey, Will Smith, I hear them speak.
Hmm.
Um, it's very inspiring because they say they even Oprah for that matter. Like
Hmm.
everything that they say, we like it's just it guides you in such a positive way, and it
Hmm.
always is directing you towards overcoming your fear and taking that chance in life and not
Hmm.
settling for what is less. I feel
Hmm.
like the world has created conformity, basically
Hmm.
that everyone does what everyone is supposed to do. Because of
Hmm.
that, we get stuck and we get boxed. Our thinking gets boxed, so our
Hmm.
mind is not open. And that's
Hmm.
the reason why I always say it's important to have different experiences and
Hmm.
learn as you go. And
Hmm.
it's okay. Sometimes you will falter, you will make mistakes, you will fall, you will
Hmm.
fail. And
Hmm.
if you don't fail, that means you're not even trying. I think
Hmm.
Denzel Washington has said this.
Hmm.
And everything that you want to achieve in life is on the other side of fear and self pity. So I would always tell everyone not to complain, not to have self
Hmm.
pity, rather fight back and stand up and deal with your problems. I'm sure you'll
Hmm.
find a solution.
Yeah, as they say that complaining and cribbing erases your good fortune. So
Absolutely.
yeah, every time when you are more grateful and more blessed about the things, they'll multiply, right? So
Absolutely.
कोई ऐसी movie नहीं है mind में which you feel, yeah, this movie is still stuck in my mind. I love this movie. I mean, I know you talked about actors, but any Hollywood movie, Bollywood movie.
I mean, performance-wise, I don't know. I really I loved Ranbir and Rockstar. That's
Hmm.
something that's come into my head.
Hmm.
Then Pursuit of Happiness. It only
Hmm. Hmm.
this thing. It only what is that movie of Jim Carrey? I forgot the name. So a
Hmm.
lot of these movies, I think they're just there.
Hmm.
But I keep watching uh, what's coming to my mind is the recent content I've watched for some odd reason. But in
That's
general,
okay.
yeah, there are a lot of films that over the years I've watched and I've loved, and it's.
Recently, what have you watched? Like,
I just
let's talk
finished
about.
watching Cat on Netflix. Randeep
Okay.
Huda, he's there in it. He was amazing. I
अच्छा,
just watched it,
हाँ,
finished it last.
cat. Okay, वो मैंने
Yeah.
देखा नहीं. Okay,
I
I.
usually don't watch so much content. I end up watching more sports. So I'm
Hmm.
actively trying to make that choice to watch more content and work on
Hmm.
my craft and try to
Hmm.
watch lesser sports because I love sports too much.
So you play as well? You play daily?
I wish I could play daily, but it's raining now, so I can't play tennis.
हाँ.
I'm a more outdoor sports person. But yeah, I
हाँ.
play tennis, I play squash, badminton. I play every sport. I love cricket
Hmm.
also. I play football also. So,
Hmm.
but mainly it's tennis. That's like my
Hmm.
life, my love.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Wow. Any other hobbies apart from tennis? Obviously, acting is your craft. That's your profession. But anything else apart from that, which you like to do, like
I love
singing,
sports. I love
sports,
traveling. I love
travel.
music, techno music, and I
Hmm.
also am very inclined towards politics.
Politics also.
Yeah,
Wow, that's great. That's great. How was
yeah.
your latest experience to traveling to hills? I think you went with the IRL gang only. How was that? Fun
That
tha?
was very good, very interesting,
Hmm.
a lot of fun. Very something I've not it's places I've never been to before.
Acha.
Yeah, and we all of us have not done a trip together, so it was a good time to catch up with everyone. We had a
Hmm.
lot of fun, did a
Hmm.
lot of new experiences. So I'd like to thank Hostella for that.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, amazing.
You did some tracking too. How was tracking experience or not?
We didn't do any serious trekking. We just did a
Acha.
couple of small things here and there because we were not there for too many days.
Hmm.
But whatever we did, we had a great time.
Hmm.
I'd
That's
probably love to go back to the mountains again.
mountains are always
Yeah,
mountains are a way to introspect more. I mean, for me, beaches are love. For me, mountains is more about introspection and
yeah,
learning something. Whenever I go back to mountains or tracking, I'm a track person, but yeah, once a year I try to do it. But yeah,
nice.
amazing, thanks for telling that. So anyways, we are at the end of our podcast. So any last note for the listeners?
Just a big thank you to everyone who's listening. It really means a lot. And yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Stuti, for this.
I
It
want to
was
say
great.
thank you for bearing with me. This is the second time it's happening. Two time you gave me time, and apart from your schedules and everything, so thanks to you. It's like
No,
I'm
you've
also
made
very
time for
grateful.
this, so I want to thank you. You've been really kind. You've reached out to me, so I am like I'd like to thank you for that. I'm very grateful.
Same here. I'm more grateful.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Sahib, and thanks, listener, for listening to us. On that note, we can end this podcast right here. Stay happy, stay blessed, and most importantly, stay grateful. I'll see you another one. Bye.